Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Wanderer's Library. I hope you're all doing wonderful today. Let me get myself on screen here. Hello and welcome in. I am Sigmundo Orlando, the World Wanderer, and today, I know it's kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing, but I saw that the Xbox showcase was happening today, and I wanted to do a react to it. I don't know what to expect. I'm actually going to be logging my notes. I'm just kind of doing my own thing, just kind of on the spur of the moment. Oh, that's awful nice of him. I'll mention that later. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the browser, and we're going to get this party rolling. I'm actually going to... Holy shit! Right out of the gate, fucking exploded. I am no Microsoft fanboy by any means, but, you know, I just want to see what's going on. Okay. All the ratings from across the world. All the ratings from across the world. Xbox Game Studios presents a shit show. What the fuck is this? Vision of Arcadia, Day 1. Okay. Day 1027.
I care that the colony is in disarray. We didn't come to Arcadia to get bogged down in pointless warfare. We came to spread freedom and liberate resources for profit.
Okay.
This pesky Earth Directorate agent is mucking things up. They're not alone.
This is the worst foul British accent I've ever heard.
They can just choose how things play out. They could stop us from stealing the Protectorate's brainwashing technology, which we need to improve our market share. What if this stranger aligned with the Order and that world computer of theirs? That could be the key to closing the rifts that threaten the colonies. So, you see,
Holy shit, that's Jibs.
from the face of existence. Or, better yet, brought to our side through the power of capitalism.
Oh look, anti-capitalist rhetoric.
Now, let's get out there and buy our way to victory.
That sounds about right. I want that little dragon thing. Is that a flare gun? Slow-mo looks real nice. Is that a 4-barreled shotgun? Fuck yeah. I like that they did that to the music. Obsidian, okay. I think this is Outer Worlds too. Okay, you can freeze the people and shatter them. Wow. Is that a BFG? Yeah, that is a BFG. Outer Worlds 2. Yep, kind of knew that. It looks interesting. I'll definitely, you know...
Inflate our impressions and egos by staying tuned after the showcase.
Yeah, that looked pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And no, fuck Game Pass. I hate Game Pass.
World premiere.
This ain't a world premiere. This probably already appeared on other showcases.
What's wrong? I'm sorry. I've just been so depressed lately.
You know, it would fix everything. Humanzipron.
What the fuck was any of that? Oh, it's high on life, isn't it? don't get me wrong, I love me a good FPS, but god damn, this is too weird even for me. And I'm a weird motherfucker. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. I mean, I do like the surreal feel of this game because it looks really cool. Yeah, it's high on life too. Okay, that was an interesting weapon switch. Oh, I see.
Humans are barely sentient. Scientists have done studies, and their brains are like half the size of ours.
Yep. I was like, Jesus. I mean, it looks interesting, but it's too weird even for me. World premiere. Yeah. Just like most of these. Okay, what do we got here? In-engine footage. I think this is the new Hellblade thing or something. Why did you swing into fire? That's the dumbest thing you could do. Is this another girl boss character, I wonder? Yep. Definitely another girl boss character. That would not fly. What the fresh hell is this? I mean, it's obviously a metaphor for something in the game. Resonance? Oh. I see. Yeah, I'm not interested. There wasn't really any gameplay. What have we here? This is a new fucking Pro controller, isn't it? Or, hello, what have we... Is this like an Xbox fucking portable thing? Yep. I think it is. Huh. Okay. So we have another competitor to the Steam Deck in the Switch 2. Okay, my question is, does it fucking... It probably doesn't work with any of the disc games, because... So, Series X users are out of luck. I mean, maybe. This is an Xbox. I mean, that's very clear. ROG Xbox Ally X. Ah, okay. I mean...
At Xbox, we strive to put the player first. And that's what you've seen from us over the years. We've led the industry with backward compatibility. We championed crossplay and cross-progression. We delivered Game Pass, first on console, then on PC, and with cloud gaming. So what's next? How can we give you even more freedom, more choice, more ways to play?
Freedom,
Our
they
next
say.
step is to unify your gaming no matter where you buy or play. So we're building an Xbox experience designed for players, not locked to a single store or tied to one device. The Xbox Ally is an Xbox you can hold in your hands, bringing together.
I mean,
the
so
power
is a
of
Steam
Xbox
Deck,
with
but
the freedom
they don't
of
even want to
Windows.
mention that.
On this Xbox, you can play games across your entire library, including all the Windows PC game stores, from Xbox and Battle.net to Steam, GOG, and Ubisoft Connect. And the highly anticipated Hollow Knight Silksong will be available at launch.
You know, I have a
in Game Pass
person
when the
who
Ally
watches
releases
my
later
streams
this
that
year.
would absolutely
In
love
fact,
this because
every new game you
she
see
is
in
a
today's
big
show will be
Hollow
playable
Knight
on
fan.
the Xbox Ally.
I mean,
We
it
have
looks
always
cool,
wanted
but
you to
it's
have
probably
a
not
unique
worth the price
experience
tag.
with Xbox on any screen. That's why we're investing in Xbox Play Anywhere. Whether you're playing on console, PC, smart TV, or any Windows handheld like the new Xbox Ally, the Xbox experience roams with you. Your library, progression, friends, and achievements. There are over 1,000 Xbox Play Anywhere games on Xbox today. And every new game you see in today's show, from our partners and our studios, is Xbox Play Anywhere. And because it's Xbox, you can always have access to
Well,
Game
they're
Pass,
certainly got
with
one
a
up on
diverse lineup of
Nintendo, I
games
will
from
say
the biggest
that.
franchises
However,
to critically
it's
acclaimed
still
indie
fucking
hits.
Microsoft.
This is the freedom we believe players should have. Any game, anywhere. And we are giving it our all every day to make this vision real. But it all comes back to the games. From Dead to Rights on the original Xbox to Armored Core 6, our relationship with Bandai Namco Entertainment has stood the test of time.
They aren't fucking kidding about that either.
To players around the world, and their next game does exactly that. From Rebel Wolves Studio, this is a story-rich action RPG.
Okay, Blood of Dawn Walker I've actually been
fantasy
looking
I can't
forward to.
wait for you to explore. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, not gonna lie, Blood of Dawn Walker I'm actually really looking for. Okay, so they're doing another trailer for Blood of Dawn Walker. Hopefully we got some gameplay in this time. It's still cool that some CD Projekt Red refugees went in. Oh, hello. Oh! Oh!
Monsters have always been here,
Well, yeah.
watching from the shadows. And when we were at our weakest, they came out into the light. We feared for our lives. We should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule.
So, Proto-Nosgoth?
To turn us into mindless, docile cattle.
I mean, that's what they did from the
Me,
beginning.
though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead. Their worst nightmare.
Not like I said, I've been looking fucking forward to this one. This one looks cool. Okay, that's tight. I love that. This world's gonna be huge.
Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all. He is out there watching, seeping into you, growing.
Okay, it's coming in 2026. Yeah, coming in 2026. Fuck yeah. I mean, it's going to be on everything save for the Switch 2. I mean, there's probably going to be a port later for it, but goddamn, this looks amazing.
World premiere.
Oh, what the fresh hell is this? Super Meat Boy. I mean, I like how it's stylized and everything it is, and how it's... But precision platformers were never my thing. Oh! Oh! Yeah. This is actual play footage. I mean, I hope the people that are Super Meat Boy fans have fun with that one. It looks like a good time, but again, not my thing. Koei Tecmo. Okay, let's see what's going on with this one.
You're a wanted criminal man.
Oh, Platinum.
Dragon myself. That's my mission. My duty as a raven.
New Ninja Gaiden game. Yes.
Breaking the Dark Dragon free has its consequences.
Yeah, this is a problem. Ow. Very fast, very visceral, but then again, the Ninja Gaiden games have always been like this.
Ryu, there's something I need your help with.
Yep, Ninja Gaiden game. Is this Ninja Gaiden 4? God, this is so slick. But then again, Platinum is known for their fast, slick gameplay. I mean, first we got Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, which looks fucking badass. Ninja Gaiden 4, yep. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played any of the previous Ninja Gaiden games, other than the ones on the NES, and I suck at those. But goddamn, that actually looked pretty... Oh god, Bethesda. But like I was saying... Alright, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. This is probably a DLC for Great Circle.
Here we go.
Good luck, Indy.
What are you doing, Jones? Are you crazy?
I mean, I've heard this was really good, and Troy Baker did a really good job with this game. It just wasn't advertised well. Oh, and he captured the essence of Harrison Ford very well. Sorry, I'll shut up.
Enter the city of Antioch. Find the secret relic. Bring it back to the Holy See.
The Holy See?
The secret.
What is this, Final Fantasy XIV?
They worshipped the giants.
The Order of Giants. Yeah, I was about to say... Oh, it's coming out pretty soon, too.
World premiere.
Okay.
はるか昔この国に輪廻の獣が現れた。輪廻の獣は汚れを吐き、あらゆる生物を蝕む。
What the fuck is Game Freak doing on Xbox? I guess they wanted to branch out from their Pokemon roots. Kind of reminds me of a Japanese Shadow of the Colossus. Looks real solid, I'm not gonna lie. Beast of Reincarnation.
封じ子エマ、お前こそが輪廻の獣を滅ぼす刃となる。
Looks interesting. Yeah, I knew it was going to be cross-platform.
The glittering streets of Avalon sure do shine. Because they sweep their filth down to us.
I do like the kind of steampunk, or the steampunk-esque shit they got going on here.
Here's to playing in the mud.
Is this a new BioShock?
Life here ain't for the soft-hearted.
You will be paying me back until you fucking rust.
Had to drop the F-bomb right there.
And this
The
sure
pissed off
shot
doll.
ain't for the decent.
That's a clean sweep for what
There has been a crime! Justice itself has been affronted! I have been burgled!
Lord Griswick. Yes, I got that part. Do you know anyone who might wish you ill? We can't arrest
He's missing a hand.
everyone. Let's see if we can narrow the suspects down a bit.
They were,
Trust your instincts, sir.
tall,
Yes, sir.
built rather slim, well, muscular.
Mm-hmm.
Was very quick, agile.
Go on.
With a mustache. No, larger.
I see.
Quite fashionable.
Oh god, we got
That's
the
fiend
we got
who
the
robbed me.
Type A,
They
Type
got my
B.
good side this time. Breaking in is the easy part.
And he fucking pissed himself.
Getting away with it is the real trick.
Okay, this actually looks kind of cool.
Gold, worthless and dull, just like you. Nah, I have a customer. How can I help you?
I'd rather talk to you, Errol. Sounds like I'll get a better deal.
You talk to me first, and him never. Got it?
Uncle's a bit touchy, ain't he, Errol?
Touchy? I say I'm touchy! There.
Ow.
Anything else you'd care to say to Errol? Brains. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
Round here, it's all sharp edges, empty pockets, and blood on the cobbles. Goodbye, Silas.
Okay, he wouldn't have ragdolled that bad if he got shot in the fucking head.
Leave you with a pissing bed of peaches!
You'd either got a gang at your back, or a knife in it.
We're family here. Family takes care of its own.
Can't put a price on that, can you?
Them's in charge. They don't keep order. They keep power.
Take this thing into the crucible and melt it.
They just want us beaten, broken, and too scared to fight back.
I don't want to kill him.
That's why it pays to be clever and well-armed.
I mean, I already like the fact that it's a fucking wheel gun. Oh, that carbine is slick. Oh!
Don't get cocky. They've got a weapon far worse.
I know, it's why I'll take it.
And if they can rewrite history, they can rewrite us. But look who just found Mummy's keys. Now
Okay, yeah, this looks pretty slick.
put the bullet back in the barrel. Bring us to a crawl. Take a mistake and make it like it never happened. We can change the world as we know it. One choice at a time. And I can even go back and change the past to change the future. And let me tell
A literal time bomb. Holy shit, that was cool.
When the rabbits got the gun.
Wait, is that a capsule turret? Clockwork Revel. Okay, yeah. I'm definitely gonna be checking that out.
Alone and piss off.
Our creative teams are dedicated to bringing players award-winning, record-breaking, critically acclaimed games. Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision, Doom,
Gross.
The Dark Ages from Bethesda,
Good
Diablo
game.
4,
Go play it if
Hustle
you
and
haven't.
Hatred from Blizzard, and Avowed from Xbox Game Studios.
Avowed
All of our
sucked,
teams
Diablo
across
4
Xbox
sucked.
First party are shipping their most
That's a
played
pro tip
games
from your
ever,
pal Sig.
and they're also delivering more content than ever before.
Yeah,
From
that's
original
buggy as shit.
single-player experiences to vast online worlds, our teams are empowered to build the games they've always dreamed of. We want our players to have the choice and flexibility of where and how they play the games our teams make. So of course, our games will be available day one in Game Pass, and every new game we make for both Xbox consoles and PC will be Xbox Play Anywhere. On behalf of our creative teams, thank you. These experiences don't stop when you put down the controller. As you've seen in recent years, more and more of our characters, stories, and worlds are expanding to brand new audiences through TV and film. A Minecraft movie and the Fallout
Gross.
TV series broke
I heard that
records
movie
and
sucked.
brought millions of players
I heard
into the
Fallout
game.
was okay
There are
up to
more
a certain
projects in the
point.
works as gaming
And
continues to influence
both
film
men and women
television
are thirsting
like
for
never
that
before.
one ghoul with the missing
When it comes
nose.
to growing new franchises, Obsidian is having a year like no other. From launching a blockbuster new game like Avowed,
Blockbuster?
to the release
Ha!
of The Outer Worlds 2 this October. Obsidian is always delivering great games, and they have a third game launching this year. You'll get to go deeper on it in our Direct, but until then, let's take a look.
I mean, Bethesda just wants to go deeper into your wallet. And I'm talking balls deep.
I told you, you can't run from me, you foul beast!
What is this myth-forced bullshit?
With new flexible legs, the yoke girth action figure can ride anything!
Breaking news. There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will and left to fight for their survival in the backyard of a deranged scientist. Formerly evil company Ominent Practical Technologies was set to dedicate a statue of the 4 teenagers, fast food science robot Burgle, and Dr. Tully when an explosion erupted. Dr. Tully and the teenagers' current whereabouts are also unknown.
Oh god, there's a sequel to that game? I don't even remember what it's called.
keep them separated.
Yeah, you know, Obsidian, you know what's cool and relevant? The Offspring. Looks like it uses Avow's same engine. Wow, that came out sooner than I thought. And it's only on Xbox and Steam, because of course it is.
The predecessor, ND3500, reached. Accessing predecessor's travel log. Attempting data salvage.
I feel like I've seen this team before.
It was in a state of suppressed recomposition.
The behavior pattern of the orphans populating the area is highly unusual. They become exceptionally aggressive.
And yet we're invading their territory. Why?
It is highly recommended to proceed with caution.
Yeah, with a fucking one-handed shotgun, apparently. Kronos, the New Dawn.
Consistently. In coordination.
Destroying the nest is now a priority.
Such is our calling. Such is our calling.
I feel like... So this is Kronos, the New Dawn. I mean, it looks okay. I love me a good horror third-person shooter. I don't know about that one, if I'm being honest. Another Bethesda thing? Really? Avowed DLC. Don't hurt the cat! Oh. You know, these video games blur so together, at least these fantasy role-playing games blur so well together that it's hard to tell what's what. I mean, I've considered trying Elder Scrolls Online, but I don't know. Seasons of the Worm Cult. Eh.
World premiere.
Mayday! Mayday! Code 1 to mission control. We're falling.
Was that Irish? Australian?
Thomas, the ship's breaking apart. There's no time. Evacuate now.
Evacuate? The fuck does that mean? And she's dead.
You sacrificed everything for a new world to save mankind, and I'll always love you for that.
This guy sounds like a dick. Oh, she lived. That's unsurprising and kind of sad. I'm already bored. Yeah, that would have taken your head off.
Thomas, wherever you are,
Aphelion.
I'll find you.
Yeah, I don't even care about this one. You know he's dead. You know by the time this game comes out and, yeah, you know by the time this game comes out and, whatnot, that guy's gonna be dead.
World premiere.
Welcome to England, Mr. David. I know this must be a shock, having never met your real father, but he left you this hotel in his will. It's been in your family for generations, much like the caretaker. He's a little eccentric. You'll see.
Let me welcome you to the Grand, a hotel famous across the land.
No, the Grand's a cabaret club.
Every room used to be in such high demand. Your wish I'll command here at the Grand.
Why are you giving me a fucking flamethrower?
It looks like you're about to do some renovations. Would you like some help with that?
So, my father was renovating the hotel when he disappeared?
Not just the hotel. He was helping the entire village. You have his power tools. You know, you could pick up where he left off. You seem like a good man, like he was.
I'm in. They don't suspect a thing.
Just make sure the locals don't get wind of what you're really up to. Because if they find out, they will Wickerman your ass.
You keep looking into things, and things are gonna start looking bad. Don't make the same mistake your father made. In this place, the only one you can really trust is me.
What is this Cheshire Cat bullshit? I already don't like it. He has a cricket bat. There are no ghosts at the Grand. What in the freaking H.P. Lovecraft fuck is this?
There are as many gods in the world as there are stars.
Is this Nobunaga's ambition?
Peace and us a hero. Who would have guessed the defender of my homeland would be my daughter?
She
She unlocked the heavenly spear. But is she worthy?
Ooh, Yamata no Orochi. Ow. Man, this looks like it'd be up Mildred's wheelhouse. So this is Age of Empires. Oh, Age of Mythology retold.
Rule if the heavenly spear is mine.
I mean, like I said, not my wheelhouse, but it looks cool.
자주적 결정을 누가 허락하는가?
Is this some kind of Korean cyberpunk?
패권 국가의 특정 정치 집단의 이익을 저해한다. 당신의 특정 행동이 대중의 의사결정에 영향을 미칠 수 있으며.
Oh god, this is another fucking Watch Dogs, isn't it?
자신만의 온전한 입장을 세울 수 있지 않을까? 당신의 입장은 온전한 본인의 판단인가? 그렇게 믿고 있거나 믿고 싶을 뿐. 당신은 무엇 때문에 분노하는지. 당신의 분노는 스스로 결정한 것인가? 누군가 당신의 분노를 이용한다. 지정태.
I mean, I don't hate it. Not sure I like it either, but you know, that's just me.
E ora olaiem loite fativi. Novo. Te kemaite mana. Muite unanite waiora. Dia. Novo tua libemo iwa lotaname. Ona otalima di efema. Teonami. Toma tua calio, terali.
The graphics are very pretty for this. Oh shit. They didn't even sync the sounds to the rest of the action. Planet of Lana 2, Children of the Leaf. I mean, I didn't even know there was a first one. Another Bethesda title, because of course, because Xbox has Bethesda. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Well, hello there. Beautiful day to relax by the old fishing hole, wouldn't you say? When it comes to fishing, Appalachia is a land aswim with opportunity. Yes, you'll find fish of all flavors in every walk of waterway, from its mightiest of rivers to its humblest of ponds. Just step up to the bank, cast your line, and when your bobber starts bobbing, reel in the rewards.
So they're adding fishing to Fallout 76.
What do you got on there, Jed? Worms. And how are they biting today?
See for yourself.
Bagging the big fish starts with finding the right tools for the job. There are as many unique combinations of rods, reels, bobbers, and baits as there are fish in the sea. And when you've caught your fill, pop over to the local tackle shop to swap fish tails. Can you smell that? No matter
yeah, smells like disappointment.
The future wastelands of Appalachia, you can always find comfort in cozy little joys like this.
Who funds the propaganda?
Wildlife is your ticket to easy living. Design and build your own little slice of paradise. A place to show off all the bits and bobs you collect in your travels. Got a green thumb? Plant your own peaceful vegetable garden. And nothing warms the heart like a neighborhood cookout. Ah, community makes a wasteland a waste home. Join today, and tomorrow you'll be kicking back and sharing a meal with friends in beautiful Appalachia.
Please tell me a mutant eats his ass.
World premiere.
This is Bandai Namco. Oh, okay. I mean, I've heard mixed opinions about solo leveling. I've heard it is very good. Okay, it has some co-op, so yeah. I mean, it looks cool. And I've seen the parodies of it because it's fucking hilarious. Bring a Rise Overdrive. Okay. I mean, like I said, I don't hate it.
World premiere.
Power World? Okay, this is not... Okay, this is a Genshin monster collector. Yeah, it does look similar to Pal World, I will say that. It looks kind of. It also kind of looks like it has some stuff from Genshin Impact. Yeah, solo leveling is Korean. It originally started as a webtoon, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it looked fine. Animo. Okay. Like I said, I don't hate it, but it's probably something I wouldn't end up playing.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I just want to say thanks to
My God, this guy's still alive?
We've seen since we announced Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 a few months ago.
I haven't seen this guy since like 2005.
Them help spread a love and appreciation for skating all over the world, and that means everything to me and the team. I can't wait for you all to experience the game. It's been rebuilt with so much care and attention to detail, with some brand new parks, new music, new skaters, and more. And you can enjoy it all with your friends with up to 8 players.
No kidding.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 officially drops July 11th, and we have a lot more surprises to come. Check out the launch trailer now.
Yeah, Tony Hawk games were never something I could get into. I mean, I've heard they're very good, but like I said, not for me. Now, where have I heard that sound before? It feels like they took the original engine for the game from the game and just made it prettier, so it's more than likely going to be huge. Oh my God, I haven't heard this song in forever either. Of course, they had to add the turtles in there. Wait, were they inside of a pinball machine? And of course, they're gonna have the Slayer in there because Dark Ages. But then again, this information went out for this before Dark Ages release, so it looks like they have the Eternal Slayer on there, which is fine because it's owned by Bethesda.
World premiere.
Okay. Riding something big with a giant sword? From the creators of Spiritfarer. I don't even know what that is. Reminds me kind of Ender Lilies with a different art style. That's kind of cool. Oh, it's a deck builder game. Okay, that looked kind of cool. That's a snake sword. At Fate's End. Interesting. Let's see what we got next. Gears of War, okay. Hey, look, it's General Rom. I haven't seen him in a while. Okay, I call a foul. This did not change gaming forever, but it helped define a genre. I played 1, 2, and part of 3.
Look who decided to show up.
Oh, so they're having crossplay gears. I mean, that's something I might do on the channel.
You think you can still find your way back home, Phoenix?
Looks like they upgraded. Bowser, baby.
The Coal Train. He's like my favorite character in these games.
This is gonna be awesome.
Okay. I mean, definitely something I'll get for the Xbox.
World premiere.
No fucking way! Is this what I think it is? It is! It's Persona 4! Yeah, okay, I'm already down. I wonder if they're gonna have the same voice actors as they did in the original. Persona 4 Revival. Woo! Doggy! We didn't get much of it, but I already know what's gonna happen with that. Okay, I was not expecting that. I'm like, wait, is this what I think it is? Yeah, that was Yasogami, alright. Funny enough, I'm playing Golden right now.
But you won't see us. You won't hear us.
Ah, CalArts art style. Is this Sea of Rogues or some shit?
Is if that's what we wanted.
Wow, Rare's been around for 40 years.
We deal in the goods others are afraid to handle. Guns, explosives.
And don't forget the rum.
It's a life of
Why's the rum going?
no other.
Sorry, had to make that joke.
Yes, my question is, can you handle that?
Oh,
I mean, I can handle that. A new role to play.
Gold is one thing.
It looks like Sea of Thieves.
Is what we're really after. The bigger the room, the better. Smugglers need to be adaptable. It's more than moving under moonlight and shadows. You should be ready to take advantage of others' misfortune.
Yeah, this is definitely Sea of Thieves.
Just do whatever
Yeah,
it takes to get the job
puncture
done.
the things. That's not going to do much.
You are pirates after all.
Welcome, my friends, to the Smugglers League.
Yeah, you knew that was going to happen.
You're paying for that.
Sea of Thieves, Smugglers in Tide, or Smuggler's Tide. Yeah, okay.
World premiere.
Oh, you know when they drop the F-bomb, it's gonna be a good one.
This is ridiculous. Please, come on.
Well! Quarter up. Nice.
Had enough yet?
No, Dad, not even close.
Invincible. Ow.
I hoped you'd understand why I had to do this. Accept our rule or die.
I'd like to propose a third option.
That bitch is practically naked under that.
I'm not your son anymore.
I'm the guy who's going to throw you off this planet for good.
I trusted you.
Incredible verses. Or invincible verses. Is this another Realm game? Combat's very similar to it. 3v3 fighting.
Need a hand? Might want to look up.
See how you like this? It's an army.
I am ending you. I see it all now.
God damn! God damn! Whoa! Okay. Might be worth a look. The wait is almost over. Oh, new Square Enix time. So they're finally releasing this on the Xbox. Because of course they are. So, Final Fantasy VII Intergrade for the Xbox. But the question is, are they going to release... Yep. Fucking knew it. But sadly, everyone else already has it for PS5, but I'll get it.
I'm here to even the odds. Any objections?
Final Fantasy XVI's coming. Okay.
There's no one to save him
Final Fantasy XVI was actually really good. From what I've watched half play of it.
Valencia cannot endure a second claim upon her being, but she may yet be saved by you.
If you like role-playing games, they are definitely worth a look. I know that 1 through 6 are on Pixel Remaster. I believe the remasters of 7, 8, and 9, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are on there. And 2 of them you won't be able to play because they're MMOs. That'd be Final Fantasy 11 and 14. But hey, we're finally getting 16 and 7 on the Xbox. That's cool, I guess. Whoops. What the fuck is this? Yeah, you said it. I mean, I've played Oddworld, so I can handle strange. This is more surreal. I feel like I'm getting a contact buzz just looking at this. Keeper. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not gonna even beat around the bush. I don't like it. Tim Burton had some good stuff,
Games
but
like Psychonauts 2 showed how Double Fine excels at
oh god,
creating unique
Phil Spencer,
and
get off the
innovative
screen.
experiences. And Keeper is no exception. Looking ahead, next year marks 25 years of Xbox. It's a big milestone for the platform and franchises that you helped build and make popular. We couldn't have done this without everyone who's been with us on this journey. As we think about bringing a new generation of players to these iconic franchises, I'm excited to share
Ew,
that
South of
players will
Midnight,
get
gross.
to celebrate 25 years of Xbox with a new Fable, the next Forza, Gears of War E-Day, and the return of a classic that's been with us since the beginning.
Halo?
Today, you've seen an incredible range of games from creators across the globe. Creators like In Exile, reaching for new heights with Clockwork Revolution. Sluggerfly,
Yeah, Clockwork
making
Revolution
Team
looks kinda
Meat's
cool.
modern classic platformer into 3D. Square Enix, bringing more of the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy franchise to our players. And Team Ninja, returning to the beloved series they debuted on Xbox. You've also seen
They
the
didn't
next
debut on
Xbox
Xbox. It was on the NES back in
our
the day.
Xbox Ally handheld, which lets you bring your Xbox experience and your library with you anywhere. I hope you enjoyed the breadth and depth of the games, updates, and experiences that are coming to Xbox from our partners and our own creative teams. We're seeing more players on our platform and in our games than ever.
Yeah,
Thanks
and you
to
know why
all
that
of
is, right? It's because Sony and
We're proud
Nintendo are
of the
kind of fucking
creativity
up
that Obsidian is
what they
delivering
had.
this year. Immediately after Showcase, our direct begins, where you'll go inside the studio for an extended look at the Outer Worlds 2 and Grounded 2. Thanks for joining us today. But before we get into the direct, we have a final world premiere. Enjoy.
Okay. Phil Spencer, get ready to disappoint me. Oh, there's a butterfly in here. There.
Welcome to the Guild. We have been expecting you. Please, follow me. You already know us as a global tech leader. Our software.
Is this the Stanley
our
Parable?
systems, combined with our skilled team, is designed to save lives. Your years of service have shown you the importance of our work. Here, you'll witness the global scope of that mission in action. Let me introduce you to our esteemed visionary.
For too long, we have been bound by outdated systems
No
accepting
kidding.
limitations instead of redefining them. The Guild is safeguarding tomorrow, now. We are pioneering the future of protection worldwide. Our advancements are designed to elevate everyday life, reshaping the future of technology on a global scale.
Should have known that was a thing.
I'm Emma Kagan, CEO of the Guild.
Yeah, that's what I said. Okay, this is too surreal, even for my taste.
Fear is a powerful thing. David Mason.
Is this another Silent Hill? Oh, they got some 9-inch nails at least. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Boo! I mean, started high and ended low. I don't know what I expected. Okay, some people in there pretending they're playing Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not gonna lie, that 4-barreled shotgun
We here
looks
at the studio
awesome.
have joked around that this has been the year of Obsidian, with Avowed releasing early this year and now ending the year with
Yeah, and
2
Avowed
games.
sucked.
And what better way to cap this incredible year for us than by doing what our studio does best: sequels.
That's where I come in. You can get out of here, Fergus. Thank you so
What?
much. No, you're doing great. You nailed it. The sequel is the lifeblood of every great franchise. Think about
No.
it. The original creates the world and builds fandom, but the sequel, that's what makes it worth remembering. No sequel, no hoverboard. No sequel, no dual SMGs. No sequel, no raccoon tail. No sequel, no Zune 2. Which doesn't really exist, but I wish it had. There was a Zune 2. I'm Mark, the head of sequels here at Obsidian, and I have sequelized everything. Blockbuster movies to AAA video games to my first marriage, so trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Way to tell on yourself,
Come along on this
buddy.
journey with me. Part 2.
Let the killing commence.
I mean, I never played The Outer Worlds 1.
The Outer Worlds 2 is a sequel to The Outer Worlds 1. It's
No
a
shit!
continuation of the themes of robber barons in space and how people are controlled by the stories they're told by the people who have power over them. This time we're able to go a lot deeper because we have more time and money, which is a great thing, and we're able to make it a much more true Obsidian reactive RPG than we were the first time around. So we're going deeper. and
Okay,
more
I like
complex
that
with everything
4-barreled
for the sequel.
shotgun.
Deeper story,
Wait,
lore, RPG
that looked like
interactions,
more than
reactivity,
4 barrels.
All the things we've been known for as a company. It's really a complete realization of everything people want from an Obsidian game. Surprisingly, this is the first time in over 25 years that I've had the chance to do a full sequel for a world that I helped co-create. It's really just a fantastic opportunity to explore and expand the universe in interesting ways, and to go even further with the themes of how people are affected by living in a dystopian corporate reality.
You can shoot your way through it, you can talk your way
So
through
the
it.
United States in 2025.
And so no matter what kind of playstyle that you like, this is just an awesome franchise and an awesome game to jump into, even if it's your first one.
The first Outer Worlds was a great base to start from, as it has all the elements.
Why
of a
does he
great
look like
exciting
Reggie
RPG.
Fils-Aimé?
Interesting characters, deep worlds, important choices.
They all
The
look
Outer
the
Worlds 2 is only
same.
if we want to double down on those
Interesting
elements, but we wanted
characters,
to
my
give fans
ass.
Even more of it.
We've also put a lot of investment into skills and traits that impact things like combat, conversations, and areas that we call RPG interactions, which are the part of the world where players can use their specific skills,
Doom
perks,
did
and
it.
backgrounds to solve problems in unique ways in our new, bigger worlds.
I love a deep RPG experience, and building out that RPG crunchiness for our players was at the forefront of what we set out to create.
It's just a shame
We
you didn't do it
prioritized
for
these
Avowed.
RPG options with different character builds and combos so players can express their role-playing power fantasies. We also have different equipment options for different playstyles and different companions with different abilities. In the first Outer Worlds, you start off as the Stranger, which was basically a blank slate to build on top of with various attribute points that would begin to define your personal experience in the game. You can make any kind of character you want, but we've given you a role. That role is an Earth Directorate agent. You can think of them as kind of like space cowboys or space sky marshals. They're the good guys that go into places and kind of fix everything that's wrong. You're going to be one of those. But we don't tell you why you joined the Earth Directorate. There could have been a lot of different reasons, right? It could have been because you're an actual lawbringer and you want to go in there and spread law throughout the galaxy. It could be that you're
Roustabout.
and you just had nothing better to do. After you pick your background, one of the really important choices you have next is choosing your traits. While we had attributes in the first Outer Worlds, we've leaned into traits for the Outer Worlds too, which are these big changes to your character depending on which ones you pick. So it could be something like Brilliant, where you can tag extra skills and you start getting extra skill points. And that's obviously really great if that's how you want to build your character. You can also go and do something like Lucky, where you get extra critical chance, and you also get a lot of really cool options throughout the game as well. Of course, we brought back Dumb, so players love the Dumb option.
Tell me, do you believe in signs? Not quite what I meant, but I like your contempt for boundaries. I could put your adventure spirit to good use.
And you get like lots of really cool, fun conversation options in the game, but we took that even further. And again, there's lots of elements.
Okay, that was actually kind of funny.
Be dumb and use that for something. It could be something as simple as banging on a machine to get it to work.
I mean, that's how I get all my shit to work.
After you've invested in some of your traits, your next choices are going to be choosing your skills. The skills themselves basically allow you to build on your playstyle and what your character is doing in the game. That will be everything from playing stealthily to speccing for an explosive specialty.
You'd think you'd want to be a little farther away from the door for that.
Different choices you make. In the Outer Worlds 1, actually had more skills than we have, so we condensed them down to really the core and essence of what we really wanted there. But we made each point that you put into a skill much more impactful. So instead of getting small percentage changes, we actually did much larger changes per point that you put into each skill. And again, all these things, because of how they're checked inside the world itself, can matter quite a bit. You know, just even having one additional skill point in something can open up a lot more options in the world itself. If anybody's played Fallout New Vegas, they'll be very familiar with like the perk system. We basically borrowed that, but went even grander. We actually have more perks than Fallout New Vegas did. But here's the cool thing, right? We check and use perks for literally everything, right? So you can do everything.
Yes, I
from,
can see
hey,
that.
I want to make a stealthy build that steals stuff and is really good at that. Okay, great. Well, you can take maybe the pickpocketing perk. So that's not available to everybody, but if you select that, now you can actually go around and steal things out of people's pockets.
Where's the teabagging perk? Because I'm going to be using that a lot.
There's another perk called heavy-handed, right? Where say you're a melee person, what this does is now your power attacks that you use actually knock people down.
Oh man, I really like the serial killer perk. As you start killing people, they will drop hearts. And you can take those hearts, and essentially you're taking these trophies, you could say, and it's actually giving you a permanent health bonus every time you do it.
Oh, that's
We have
fucked.
this perk called
But I kind of like it. Not
Now,
gonna
this is an early
lie.
game perk that you can take, which every time you stealth attack an enemy, you're actually going to get a movement bonus for a certain amount of time.
They totally did the ass and dick
Flaws were a
stabbing on
system that
purpose.
everybody loved from the first game, but we wanted to make it more personal to the player. We wanted it to really reflect how you were playing the game and give you a bonus that you actually wanted to really engage with.
With the flaw system returning, we knew we needed to go bigger, better, and more real than ever before. So, we turned to the team. I told them, no bad ideas. Give me what you got. Okay, we need more flaws. We need them to be real. I want to put them in the game, so give me something. Inspiration. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I have bad knees.
You got
Oh,
bad
for
knees.
the
They
love
hurt
of
when you walk a lot?
Yes.
When you walk too much, they hurt?
No cartilage.
Sounds boring. Makes you sound like a boring person, but it's in the game.
I know it.
It's a good flaw. What about you?
I like to take small things sometimes.
So you're stealing.
No, I'm taking.
When do you give them back?
I don't.
Claire. Yeah, you shouldn't be stealing. What are you doing? You shouldn't be stealing, Claire.
Tiny crimes.
Tiny crimes? Do you hear the second part, though? It's a crime.
Well,
You're stealing. Claire, that's wrong. You can't steal things, okay?
Okay, she's a klepto.
It's an amazing flaw, and I'm putting it in the game. But you're a bad person. And are you the one that took my stapler?
do you need it?
Yeah. Give it back.
Okay.
Please. You, what do we got? Flaw.
I like to stare at the sun.
How long do you
Oh,
stare
so
at the
he's
sun?
Donald Trump.
Just lunch break.
An hour?
Oh, I only get 30. You guys get an hour?
Yeah, maybe an hour.
You know, I'd be surprised if they put that in the game.
Makes me feel energized.
How many fingers am I hold up?
3.
No. Anything else? We'll put it in the game. We'll put it in the game. 'cause
I'm
it's
sorry,
okay.
that was the first thing I thought of because I
One of my
remember.
favorite flaws is something called bad knees. It'll
I
actually
remember
give you options to
something
take
about
this
when the last
flaw,
solar
but
eclipse
it'll make it
happened,
so
Trump
that
stared
you
at the
move
sun
faster throughout the
directly.
game. But the problem is, anytime you stand up, your knees are going to make a loud popping noise that makes it so that, well, everyone around you is going to hear you.
Oh!
There's one called Kleptomaniac. This is really interesting because what it does is when you steal something, you can actually sell it for more bits than normal. And like that sounds really great. The drawback is sometimes when you're looking at things in the world that are owned by somebody else, you'll automatically steal them. So you have to be very careful about how you use them.
One of our more wacky
I mean, I
perks
do that
is
anyway.
the Sun Gazer flaw, and it just gives everyone cataracts while playing their game. So everything becomes like light shafts and blooms and hazes, and makes the game pretty unplayable.
Oh god, this hurts my eyes.
If you happen to be
But
the
I'd
type
do
of player
that for as
habitually
like
reloads
part of a
your
shits
weapons
and
like I
giggles
do,
run.
well, you'll be offered the flaw of over-prepared. Now, you'll get larger magazine sizes on all of your weapons, but if you ever fully empty your magazine, you're going to take a debuff for a while. While we support options like being a gunslinger who wants to key into destructive weapons, or a rogue who wants to alpha strike their enemies before they know what hit them, we also allow for a lot of fun and experimental builds. You can be a mad scientist who utilizes gadgets and wacky science weapons and armors, or even a psychopath who gains permanent bonuses to health by murdering their friends.
Nothing shows the impact of these character build options better than,
I mean,
in
wouldn't
my
you?
opinion, the bridge area, which has a quest you get early on in Paradise Island.
I'm probably going to get like a pyromaniac or something because I like
Not only do you
explosions
kind of encounter
and
this very
fire.
early, and it's a very core one to the story.
Because
but it
explosions
really
and fire are
expresses our
cool.
philosophy of allowing the player to solve problems in a bunch of ways. So you may solve it by, speech options. You may talk to them and maybe have to go do a quest for them and really kind of prove that you're a friend of the Protectorate to get by.
I may have need of your help, stranger, if you are ready to seize an opportunity to show fealty to the Protectorate.
You could go guns blazing and you could just take everyone out inside the POI, lower the bridge itself, and kind of get across.
I like the lever action rifle there.
could sneak in, lower the bridge, and then actually sneak in under the bridge to get over to the other side.
I'll sneak in, kill everybody, then lower the bridge. That's kind of how I do things. How many people have died by stabbing them in the ass?
You can bypass the bridge entirely if you found like certain gadgets, like the shield gadget that protects you from poison gas as you go across, or the double jump boots, which kind of allow you to jump across the chasm and get across that way.
I want thrust boots.
There's even a really kind of messed up way, right? Which is players can actually sacrifice one of their companions. The companion who they just found is part of.
We're no different than the Breeze if we start tossing our own to the rats. I sure as law ain't gonna follow someone who can't see the wrong in it.
I must admit, I'm surprised we could come to an understanding. But I thank you for your loyalty, stranger. As promised, you shall have clearance to cross this bridge.
Or, you know, I could just kill all of you
quest,
and
but again,
cross the
it
bridge
really
that way.
showcases that we want you to be able to solve this in whatever way you want to. When you build your character your way, we're there for you. We really want you to have the experience that you want to have out of this.
From the very beginning of our discussions about the Outer Worlds, we really knew we wanted every game to take place in a different colony. This lets us expand on all aspects of the universe. Every colony can be its own thing.
And it gives you plenty of opportunities for
sequels. We can center
sequels.
them around anything we want. Any ideas?
Just don't do like Assassin's Creed, whatever you do.
Arcadia is an isolated colony with abundant resources, and it's run by an authoritarian faction called the Protectorate. Their dictatorship is thematically based around the question of how much freedom people will give up for security and luxury.
I mean, just look at the UK or the United States.
The Protectorate is also incredibly wealthy because it was founded by the inventor of the skip drives, which are the Outer World's faster-than-light engines. But those skip drives are starting to cause rifts in space-time, which are cutting off all the other colonies on Earth from being able to trade with each other. The Order of the Ascendant is an offshoot of the Order of Scientific Inquiry from the original game, and like them are a science-based religion with the same goal of solving the universal equation, which will allow them to predict and alter the future to the benefit of all mankind. They used to be part of the Protectorate, but they split off to focus on solving the equation for the good of everyone, not as a way
They're
to
looking for the
simply control
anti-life equation. They're gonna fuck the world.
Been sent to Arcadia as an Earth
or the
director
universe
to
in this
find out
case.
how the skip drives are causing the rifts and what can be done to stop them. Each of the factions have their own solutions to the rift problem and their own goals. The Protectorate wants to close them to protect their legacy as the inventor of the drives and their wealth. The Order wants to close them not only for the good of everyone, but also because they're complicating the math they're using to solve the universal equation. And Antes just wants to be able to open and close them at will to control all the trade routes between the colonies. In addition to expanding the themes and lore of the Outer Worlds, we're also expanding the
Okay,
humor,
if a guy
so
came
each
in
faction
with
has
that,
its own
unless you're
flavor of
Yoko
the
Taro,
story.
I
Each
am
choice is a
fucking,
merger between
I am
Anti-Cleo
fucking
and
shooting
Spacer's
what
choice from
whoever
the
is in
original
that.
game, and there are corporate representatives in the Outer Worlds too. They've invaded Arcadia to
Yeah,
liberate
unless
their
you're Yoko
resources
Taro,
from all
don't come at
humanity
me with
at
that.
a profit, of course.
One of my favorite things from Fallout New Vegas is the radio system. It was just iconic for me, and I wanted to make sure that the Outer Worlds 2 had that. So we actually built out 3 different radio stations, one for each of the major factions.
Cyberpunk did it.
Music. Each station might have like, I think,
And
20
Sleeping
tracks of
Dogs did
unique
it.
music that we've made for it. It's a
And
lot
Grand
of
Theft
stuff.
Auto did it before that.
The really cool part about this entire thing is that we actually put a lot of reactivity into the radio. So it will respond to the things that are going on around the world that you've been interacting with. So if you go into a location, let's say you solve a problem for the Protectorate folks, if you listen to the Protectorate radio station, they're going to be cheering you on as a hero.
Wonderful news, everyone. The Zeranium gas leaks at the Automech repair facility, strongly believed to be caused by Anti's...
Why does this look like it's running at like 30 FPS?
Some hotshots for hire just managed to fix the electrum leak in their repair facility. Now, I'm not saying we caused it in the first place, but we sure like the idea of all those broken auto mechanicals and all the excessive gasping and choking involved.
They have a
factions and
choking
companions
fetish.
are great examples of how we're going deeper and more
Jesus
complex
Christ.
this time around. They're integrated into the game's storyline much more than we did on the first Outer Worlds, and like with everything else in the game, they have a lot more reactivity. There are 6 companions in the Outer Worlds too. As usual, each has their own quest lines, but this time they are also connected to a different faction and have character arcs that the player can affect through their choices. Your first companion is Niles. He's another Earth Directorate agent like you, and he's looking for your help to decide whether he wants to become an even better agent or to turn his back on the Earth Directorate completely.
I'm killing him on
There's also
principle.
a somewhat cute automech support drone that is basically Niles' helper. Her name is Val. Marisol's part of the Order of the Ascendant, and she's an aging but still deadly assassin. That's right, she's a deadly mathematician who may or may not have some.
She looks like she came out of Concord.
There's also a cultist named Azza who is part of a sub-faction that worships the rifts, and in her case, violence in general. You can choose to either turn her away from overt violence or support her chaotic and dangerous tendencies. At one time, Auntie's Choice had a program to graft soldiers with animal parts to make them more formidable. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work, and most of them are now dead. There's a combat medic who survived, however, named Inez, and she wants the player to help her fix her graft, among
I'm
other
killing
things.
her on principle.
Finally, there's Tristan. He's a protected arbiter who is judge, jury, and executioner.
I'm
all
killing
rolled
him
into
on
one
principle.
heavily armored package. It is your choice to either help him judge wrongdoers or show him what true justice looks like.
We definitely have reactivity in the game based on how you've been treating your companions. I won't reveal the end of the game, but let's say if you have not been treating them well, you will find out at the end of the game what that means.
Companions are a very, very important part of merchandising, because that's the real beauty of the sequel. We're talking merch,
I'm killing them on
baby.
principle.
It is the lifeblood. It is what fuels us. Do you want to see some of my ideas? Hop, hop. Check
My
this out.
God, this is insufferable.
Gen
Is
Alpha
that a...
loves body pillows, especially ones that look like human beings for some reason.
What
right?
the
Who
fuck
needs
is
to
wrong
another?
with
When you have
you?
a knife-wielding space psycho up in your sheets, huh? What do they do with them when they get them, huh? Maybe a little napping, maybe a little snuggling, maybe a little nah.
Dude!
The visuals of the first Outer Worlds depicted a frontier colony in space. The Outer Worlds 2 is driven by an invasion of the
What
Arcadia
the
colony
fuck?
system by Auntie's Choice, which shifts the visuals to be more reminiscent of a World War I-like setting in space. That evolution is seen across all aspects of the game, starting with the factions.
Didn't
How do you
freaking
militarize
Bioshock already do
everything,
that?
including extreme capitalists or math-crazed scientists? In a World War I setting,
Didn't Bioshock
war comes
do
with
that?
propaganda. The Sovereign uses it to maintain control. Auntie's Choice uses it to help their bottom line. The Order just wants to show how it exists within the grand plan.
Didn't Bioshock 2 do that?
Like Arcadia is a living, breathing place scarred by a long-standing war. Fairfield, one of the first towns you encounter, was once under protectorate control, but has recently been taken over by Auntie's Choice. They don't just occupy the town, they rebrand it with their signature style, repainting buildings, posting guards, and adding propaganda-based holograms featuring Auntie and
So
the
hostile
Women.
takeover, got it.
Showing the towns evolving after the invasion helps us push immersion for our players. One of our priorities in visually realizing the world of the Outer Worlds 2 was making sure everything is clear and recognizable from the player standpoint. We want to make sure each faction has a particular look and design. So when the player is running across these vast, different environments and landscapes, they're recognizing the motifs and visuals of who they're talking to, what they're going to be talking
Oh,
about.
that's a suicide
and how that
bomber, you know
progresses throughout
that.
the story.
Look at those freaking
The
grenades.
first Outer Worlds was really about player interfacing with corporations. And while we have that in the Outer Worlds 2, we really want to express not just the corporations, but how the player interacts with other facets of the world, like government entities or religious structures. And
Thank
then
you,
we
Timu
elaborate
Ryan
on this.
Reynolds.
With larger environments, we wanted to encourage exploration by improving player mobility across the board. Now you can run, slide, double jump, mantle and parkour your way through all of the nooks and crannies of these worlds. It really allows the player to just explore and have fun.
I still like that
finding really cool
fucking
stuff.
4-barreled shotgun.
We've aimed to make everything in the Outer Worlds 2 better from top to bottom. The RPG elements were the start.
I still
That's
think
touched
that's
our
what you
story,
get
our
when you
art,
buy
and especially
Reggie
our
Fils-Aimé
gameplay.
from Walmart or something like that.
A good sequel is true to the original. That's first and foremost, right? Like, we all want to add in a bunch of things as you're making a sequel, right? We want to make it bigger and better in every way. That's what we were trying to do here. And I thought we did not need this consultant. We
You know, I've never played Pillars of Eternity. I have them both.
And I will
That's
say,
definitely something
I don't
on the
think it's
list.
been entirely successful.
I am very proud of the combat improvements we have made in the Outer Worlds 2, thanks to my patented combat system. You may be thinking to yourself, it can't be that good. Shush, what are you even talking about? You haven't seen it yet. Watch this. Put a helmet on, because I'm about to blow all of your minds with my COMBAT system, combat system. My name is Mark. I'm the head of sequels. Shall we begin? You're thinking, what's C for? C, capitalize the fact that the people loved the first game. We're going to take those people, we're going to make them buy the sequel, giving out pounds, pounds, pounds. Quick ones, ha, ha, not you, Dev. Here we go. What comes after C? O. Optimize for player satisfaction. I am terrified of online gamers, okay? I want to make them happy. So let's, okay? All right. Mobilize
I
the
mean,
players so they're
he
ready
fears
for
them,
that
and rightfully so.
Sweet pre-order. Clap with me. Sweet, sweet. If you don't have rhythm, Brandon, just say it. Sweet, sweet pre-order.
I'm not pre-ordering. I don't pre-order on principle.
B, burglarize. What is this? It's basically just finding new ways to loot dead bodies. You know what I mean? Right, Otis?
It's called looting,
well,
for
it's a big part
fuck's
of the game.
sake.
A, you gotta agonize about how many people are gonna be angry that we have just put so much combat into this thing and almost no romance at all. We should look at ourselves. What is wrong with us?
Have you seen
We can't have
Avowed?
one love story in this? How many people have been in love? Raise your hands. Raise your hand if you're in love. Okay, are you lying?
I have a wife.
Put your hand down.
Ouch.
T, trois. In French, that means two.
That means three, you idiot.
That means 3.
Okay, you're getting ahead of yourself. Come on, Claire. We're on 2.
I only studied French in 8th grade, and I
Anything is
still
possible.
remember that.
And we've established that we're the best there is, and there's no sequel better than us. And if I could just say one more thing, thank you very much. I know I've kind of changed the world of video games today.
For The Outer Worlds 2, we wanted to improve gunplay in every way. We focused on improving the feel of each weapon, the way a weapon snaps into ADS, the way recoil feels when firing, and how impactful our sound effects really sell the weapon's fantasy, to things like how unique reload animation can add a lot of character to each weapon. We've increased the variety of
Borderlands
weapons
did
by
it.
including new weapon types, but also through a host of fun and unique weaponry. We have things like the Bourse Blaster that fires out tumors that can explode like grenades.
That's
Or
fucking
can
gross.
even be eaten by
What
the
the
player
fuck?
for additional health.
Oh,
Weapon
what?
called Rookie's Reward that will actually level up the more you use it throughout the game. And every time it levels up, it's got fun fanfare where it's like shooting out confetti and it's got a fun little setup.
I mean, it's unique, certainly,
weapon
but
called the
it's
pop-up
nothing
gun.
special.
It fires out ad drones that will distract your enemies with corporate ads, slogans, and jingles.
Okay,
While your enemies are
I want
distracted,
this gun.
You can focus fire on
That
them
sounds
or
fucking
explode these
hilarious.
drones for additional damage. New to the Outer Worlds 2 are throwables. So you can use frag grenades to flush out enemies.
You don't have
smoke
grenades
to camouflage
in a
and escape,
first-person role-playing
distraction
game
devices
that's
to bait enemies
mimicking
into
a shooter.
stealth
Are
attack.
you mad?
And even science grenades that will levitate enemies, allowing you to fire upon them while they float helplessly.
That's kind of cool.
And of course, science weapons are back. We have returning favorites, like the Shrink Ray. This time
Shrink
it's been
Ray!
upgraded, so you can shrink your enemy down to the size of a sprat and run over them.
And of course they
exploding
don't
them
jib.
into bits.
The Shrink Ray, that was probably my favorite
Okay,
one
there
from
we
the first
go.
game, so
That's
we brought it
better.
into the second game, but we improved it though. So instead of shrinking your enemies for a short period of time and having them re-expand, this time they stay shrunk, and we actually added in the ability to step on them and kind of squish them and kick them, because we knew that that was the player fantasy. We knew that's what everybody wanted to do. They wanted to step on the enemies, they wanted to kick them, so we made sure to double down on that stuff.
I mean, it's something that's been in
addition
most
to
video
things like
games
our
for
returning
like
favorites, we also
ages,
have
and it
some
started
really
with Duke
fun and
Nukem
unique
3D.
new science weapons. One of them is called the Armageddon. This one's really cool because it actually shoots out these masses that are like these little arms that will stick to people or cover or all kinds of different things.
That's fucking
and
disgusting.
They will continue to just hit them until they get destroyed. And we have another one that's just super cool called the Spectrum Dance Saber. This is a melee weapon that actually lets you attack to a musical beat. And if you continue to do that, you'll actually get
Metal
additional
Hellsinger did
bonuses
it.
each hit you do. One of my personal favorite weapons is called the Big Bang. It's just a big freaking gun that uses material harvested from rifts to shoot out a giant ball of energy.
So, the
Everything
Eternum
it's
from a medieval
Now,
and
ammo's
the big
extremely
fucking
rare
gun
for this
from
weapon,
Doom.
But you can use it in just the right situation to devastating effects.
Like another great one is Gary. If you wear Gary, he will lash out at your opponents as you're walking through combat. So we even have some
That's
armors,
fucking
and
gross.
Really kind of showing off what we thought was really great for the player from a science perspective.
We're all about letting people play the game their way. There are some players
We
who
get
prefer to
it.
be
You've
immersed
said
in a
this like
first-person
10 million
view, taking in
times.
all of the details. But there are others who really prefer to take the world in from a third-person perspective. Why not allow both? Well, now you can swap between the two, letting you enjoy the experience in whatever way you like.
There's only one way I'd do it in third person,
I
and
really
that's
like
if
about
I'm
having
like
the third-person
using like
mode
a turret.
is being able to see all of the fun and unique armors and armor combinations and weapons that you can equip your player with.
Double chain gun,
All of
okay.
the actions that you could do in first person, so you're double jumping around, you get to see your character in that way, and you get to take in the world and see things in a different light.
Destiny did it.
The Outer Worlds 2 is really the biggest game we've ever made. Bigger choices, more reactivity, more
That's
weapons,
not what you said about
more
fucking,
things to find in each of the worlds the players can visit.
Avowed.
The team has done incredible work bringing the Outer Worlds 2 to life. And we can't wait for you to play it.
Jesus Christ, they
Even though we've
really
always
did
been a
not show
multi-product
that.
Studio, this is going to be the first time we've ever released 3 games in 1 year. It
Gross.
feels amazing to do. We're so excited for more people to be playing our games. It is truly an exciting time here at Obsidian. We're exploring worlds big and small while expanding on franchises that we've created, and we have no plans to slow down. We hope you all continue to come along with us as we do what we do
I mean,
best.
good on you.
Make
Just
your
don't
world
attack the
your way.
audience. I mean, you had my interest in the beginning with fucking Outer Worlds. And then you fucking fumbled that with Avowed. I mean, it looks good. I'm definitely wanting to check it out, but I'm also going to probably check out the first one as well.
With the Outer Worlds 2, we're all about the best place to play, which is also the promise of Xbox. You could play the Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it may be hard to play it when you're staring at all these beautiful holes. Let's cut that. You could play the Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox. Oh yeah, now that's Microsoft. Or you can take a phone call on this Xbox, then play the Outer Worlds 2 right after. Excuse me, I'm getting a call. Hello? What am I doing? I'm playing the Outer Worlds... Hello? Yeah, this is Mark. I didn't know I had jury duty today. You could play the Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it takes 2 people to lug around safely. We're gonna go up to my apartment, okay? And this is an Xbox you actually wear that also plays the Outer Worlds 2. What do you think, Claire?
This is amazing.
Are you playing?
I think so.
Fantastic. So now this is actually not an Xbox, so you cannot play the Outer Worlds 2 on it. Can't play anything on this. I guess Bread. You ever play Bread where you take it out of one slot, put it in the other? I don't have friends. If you pre-order the premium edition now, you'll get early access, which is like a prequel to the sequel, or has launched the sequel.
Borderlands did it.
Or like
Yawn.
live at any time. It doesn't matter. Either way, my job here is done. It's time for the ground.
Yeah,
portion of the direct,
get the
which
fuck
is
out of
sorta
here, please.
like
Get off my
the
screen.
sequel to the
You're
Outer Worlds
embarrassing.
2 portion of the direct, which I absolutely just hit a home run with. You know, it's really nice to see my influence go on to other games. Take it away, team. And big exit.
Finally, he's gone. I mean, I've heard the first Grounded was actually pretty good. Just
so
not kind of my
proud
kind
of
of thing with the
What started as a
survival
small passion project
thing.
to make a quirky game where you're shrunk down to the size of an ant, trying to survive in a backyard, grew into something way bigger than we ever imagined. Over 25 million of you jumped in, explored, built, crafted, and fought off giant bugs together. Y'all helped make the entire experience very special to us.
I'm actually
the team's been
thinking
cooking
about
up a
going
ton
and
for
picking
Grounded
up
2, and we're so
Outer
excited
Worlds.
to talk about it. And
I'm
it
not
gives
gonna
some
play it
pause
right
to steal a
away,
bit of
granted,
time
but
from the direct to give you a
I'm
deeper look.
definitely giving it a shot.
There were so many possibilities and ideas that didn't make it into the first game. So with the sequel, we have the chance to dream bigger. To achieve those dreams, we partnered with the amazing folks at Eidos Montreal. Together,
Oh,
we're
well,
taking
that's where you
Grounded from
fucked
a
up.
Backyard to even larger.
Wait, I thought
world
Eidos Montreal
for
was
our
shut
community
down.
Park.
Or am I thinking of something else?
When we started working on Grounded 2, we knew that we wanted to make a bigger world. Fortunately for us, Eidos Montreal became our main partner on developing Grounded 2. They have a lot of similarities to the sorts of things that are important to us at Obsidian. They tend to make very narratively strong games. They make games with really deep characters and great character progression. They make games with great gameplay.
Everyone at Eidos Montreal is thrilled and honored to be working with Obsidian Entertainment. Our two studios.
Dude, you are not.
Of DNA.
That leather jacket is
Important to
not
Obsidian
you.
Entertainment are important to us. Choice and consequences, player communities, and doing justice to great IPs and great franchises. The fact that we're the first partners that they're working with to make a sequel to their franchise feels like we're an important part of their history.
Must pet all the buggies. I mean, sure,
2 years
but
after the first game, the same 4 teenagers are returning.
So there's Max, Hoops, Willow,
and Pete.
They're a couple years older, which means they've gone through a bit more high school, a bit more mature. It's 1992. The world's a little bit different, but we're still in that fun, nostalgic era of the early 1990s. In Grounded 2, we're moving the action out of the backyard and into the Brook Hollow Community Park. Not only is it bigger, it allows us to tell a lot more stories and expand the world of Grounded by exploring what the community of Brook Hollow has been up to and what they've been through.
The park overall is about 3 times the size of the backyard. Our initial starting
Minotaurs
area
and
is actually
Myrmidons.
the same size as the entire
I'm sure someone's
backyard
made
from
a
the first Grounded.
TTRPG like
The
that.
reason we wanted to move into a park wasn't just to create a bigger world, but was to give us the opportunity to explore the community of Brook Hollow and what secrets have they been hiding.
What we love and what we're excited about in terms of the park is the opportunity to create environments and landmarks that are mundane at normal size, but are colossal wonders when you're the size of an ant.
Slaps.
Everything from a giant trash can to a community picnic table or a snack bar. All of these areas come to life in a brand new way.
Part of the fun in Grounded 2 is that the park was evacuated really quickly right before our teens were shrunk. And that means that the park has been sort of turned upside down and is in a topsy-turvy state. And that leads to really fun environmental storytelling, but it also leads into the creation of amazing biomes for our characters to explore. One of my favorite examples of this is the ice cream cart. In all the commotion, the ice cream vendor's cart has been knocked over and its contents have spilled out into the ground. And what this means for our young adventurers is that they'll be able to explore this frozen cave of interesting challenges and colorful Lovecraftian horror.
We have one anthill that's actually somebody decided to bury a bunch of toxic stuff in the park, and so there's all these toxic chemicals underground. The environment looks very cool and very spooky with all of these sort of chemical pools, and of course nothing can live down there except for one type of insect.
Doom did it.
We're oftentimes reinventing environments, and in future updates you're going to see a ton of new stuff. You do a lot of fighting against insects of all shapes and sizes. We didn't just want it to look better, we also knew we wanted to add a new layer of strategy. The changes that we've made aren't limited to tuning animations or adjusting attack or defense numbers or making characters or insects move faster or slower. But we did all that too, but there's also an entire sort of rock, paper, scissors strategy involving light attacks,
Pokemon,
heavy attacks, and blocking. We've also added dashing as a new way to both get out of danger quickly or jump in for a quick attack. And almost all the insects in the game will have these abilities now too. Sort of like a chess match, but one that's super frenetic, looks super cool, and is ultimately just a ton of fun. We're leaning into clear play styles for tanky warriors, low defense, high damage rogues, effect-wielding mages, and ranged hunters. In the first Grounded, we have mutations, and there were weapons and armors that favored different playstyles. In Grounded 2, not only will there be passive mutations, but there will also be active mutations. And a lot of those mutations support these archetypes.
My favorite way to play pretty much any game is chasing after those game-breaking builds. And that's why I'm so excited for what we're doing with archetypes in Grounded 2. I'm all in on the rogue. Now, you can even dual-wield daggers. I've been dialing in this glass cannon build that stacks ambush, assassin, and cardiofan mutations with the wolfbane daggers and the wolf spider armor. It lets me open up combat with massive backstab damage that also inflicts venom. Then, I can use the extra stamina to reposition and try to dodge, rinse, and repeat. It's high risk, high reward, and absolute chaos in all the best way. I'm looking forward to seeing what wild combos the community comes up with and what they inevitably break once they get their hands on the archetype system. It's going to be awesome watching it evolve with player feedback and watching us try to keep up with all of your game-breaking builds.
One of the great things about Grounded is the variety of players it attracts, from builders to crafters and everything in between. If you've ever watched me on Casually Grounded livestream, you'd know that I'm neither. I am a murderer of insects. Personally, I prefer the term harvester.
Yawn!
I love going out, hitting things, and bringing the materials like insect body parts back to my friends to use. This way, we keep progressing and playing together.
We're also trying to make sure that armor and equipment are easily understood by the player, especially when they're playing co-op with their friends. It was really, really important for us to deliver on all of that for the bigger space and experience, because that was the only way we could truly support the feature.
Hello,
the
Tabby.
has been
Hello,
asking
Raiders.
for
Welcome
since the
in.
very first Grounded release.
Hey there. How are you doing? Welcome, Raiders. I am Sigmundo Orlando, the World Wanderer, and today we're doing something a little different than my usual gameplay streams. I'm
really wanted the
taking a look at the Xbox showcase, and while there were quite a bit
and that meant making sure that buggies
that I did
had
like
unique and valuable abilities across all the core pillars of Grounded.
Not yet. No kidnapping. Not yet.
Combat, crafting, and building.
I still gotta get a shower, and this direct isn't over yet.
Player playstyles throughout the game. We're going to make sure that every buggy that we add has its own personality.
The Red Ant Soldier can enlist up to 2 Red Ant workers to follow you around and help you out. If you get into combat and you don't want to fight while you're saddled on your buggy, you can jump off and they'll fight right alongside you and provide support.
So there is quite a bit I'll talk to you about once the stream's over.
Like building a base or harvesting.
Because
awesome when it comes to
there was a
combat.
bit. Got the 6
Their
ethers.
defenses are super strong, but they're heavy hitters. They're also super fast, and they have some great special
Oh, okay,
abilities,
so you
like
did the
the
trial
spring that
already.
allows them to stun lesser-powered insects, and the ability to shoot webs and entangle other creatures. So the Orb Weavers won't be your base-building buggy. You should use the Red Ant Soldier for that. But they're super fun for exploration and combat. Red Ant Soldiers and Orb Weaver Spiders will be available at game preview launch. There will be others in the future, but those are the 2 we're starting with. The connection that our Grounded community has with us is something we want to keep forging with the sequel as we make an even bigger game than the original.
Pretty much from day one, we knew we wanted to return to game preview for Grounded 2. Sure, it comes with some trade-offs, like the game's not done and it's out to the world. But there's so much value in building it alongside the community.
Okay.
Buggies change how you traverse and navigate the park. What we're doing with Grounded 2 is we're actually keeping zip lines held back so we can see how players engage with buggies, and then we can tweak zip lines to bring them back over time to really complement that buggy experience and make exploring the park far more fun. That kind of feedback loop helped shape the original Grounded, and we wanted to shape the design for Brook Hollow Park, archetypes, buggies.
That looked like a choose-your-own-adventure novel. I mean, those were pretty cool in the 90s.
Immediately, players blaze through our content, especially the story. That makes
No,
sense.
don't
Story,
reference Commander Keen.
characters, world building, that's kind of Obsidian's thing. It's the flavor we bring to the survival genre. So this time, we're starting with a much bigger baseline.
There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when...
Why does this look like something fucking,
One of our favorite parts of the first game
that
was
studio
watching the
that made
community
Shrek and all
uncover
those?
clues and
It
snap
wasn't
peeks.
Pixar, it was
This time around, we're
DreamWorks.
leaning even more into that.
Why
And
does
we'll
she
be
look
keeping
like a
close
DreamWorks
eye on
animated
what our
character?
players discover and how they interpret it. Because you never know what might inspire us as development moves forward.
We really started to hit our groove at the end of Grounded 1. We found that being open about what we were planning and then following through was key to building trust with the community.
I mean, that's
As a
how
small
it
team,
got
we had to
far.
experiment with update pacing.
Now look
and
at them.
scope, and what we found resonated the most with all of you were bigger, beefier updates, even if it took us a little longer to land.
All I can say to you,
that's the
Obsidian,
plan.
is don't fuck
Larger,
up like you
more
fucked
complete
up with
updates
Avowed.
Spaced out just enough so we can take your feedback seriously and make every drop count. You can expect in our big updates new buggies, new biomes, new building pieces, all the good stuff. And
This sounds
we're
like a
launching
Max
with a
game, I'm
public
not gonna
roadmap,
lie.
so everyone
A
knows
Max and
what
Taddy
to be
game.
excited about in the future.
All of us at Obsidian Entertainment and IDOS Montreal are super excited about how close we are to letting all of you players get shrunk a second time and explore the all-new park on buggies in Grounded 2. If you're a returning Grounded player, we're really looking forward to you experiencing all the improvements. If this is your first time getting Tiny, then all I can tell you is that a world with an entirely new perspective and an entirely new feel awaits you in Brook Hollow Park. It's time to ride together and survive together.
Oh, come on, you're so not hardcore, wow. I mean, it looks cool, but like I said, it's just not my type of game. Not gonna lie, Outer Worlds look pretty cool. Outer Worlds 2.
We have been expecting you. This is where it starts.
We can change the world as we know it.
Clockwork Revolution really has my interest.
Let's do this.
Gears of War Reloaded, I mean, I'm in.
I'm here to even the odds. Any objections?
Final Fantasy 7 and 16 are coming to the Xbox, which you know I'm all over.
When we need their help, they send us a hero.
Here we go. Please, follow me.
Persona 4 Revival, which we really didn't get much for, but we all knew this was coming after the success of Reload.
Keep your filthy pickers off me! You think I care?
This is gonna be awesome.
Mayday! Mayday! Hold on to mission control! We're falling!
Had enough yet? Form up! It's game time, baby!
Okay, yeah, that was actually pretty good. Like I said, there was actually, I liked this a lot more than I liked watching the Nintendo Switch 2 showcase back a couple months ago. I didn't live stream it, but I watched it. It was definitely something. Outer Worlds 2, definitely am interested in. Blood of Dawnwalker, absolutely am looking forward to that one. Ninja Gaiden 4, like, yeah, that's awesome. Clockwork Revolution, I absolutely loved. Let's see here. Solo leveling looked alright. I mean, I might try it just for shits and giggles. But Persona 4 Revival. All over that shit in a fucking heartbeat. But that's just me. Definitely probably going to pick up Final Fantasy 7 and 16 for the Xbox. But yeah, that's about it for that one, folks. Let me get the library back up here. And is how I can play Pokemon on PC. Like the OG Pokemon games, or... Because I mean, I do have the means to play some of the older Pokemon games. And Tabby does too, so, you know, get in with us and we'll figure something out. Oh yeah, dude, I can totally help you that. If you want to add me on Discord, definitely do that. I can get you what you need. Because I have all those. Easy, easy, easy. But anyway, that'll conclude this stream for now. Yeah, just like I said, just go ahead and add me on Discord. It's Orlando Zoom, just like with my Twitch name. But yeah, that'll be it for this stream. I'm gonna go ahead and find us someone nice to raid, and we'll go from there. Let's see here. We got Puffy, we got Kitsunano, we got that, we got Asmongold. Now let's go here. I've never rated this person. Alrighty, folks. That'll conclude for this stream. I will probably be back later with Tabby when we do our well, it'll be a surprise. I'll just leave it there. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. And once again, thank you for Morari 2. Not today, that's tomorrow. Today, later day is going to be a surprise. So once again, until our paths cross again, see you on the trail.
Oh, I think I'm about to get traded. Rated.
Oh.
Thank you for the raid. Let me shout out. The person who have rated me. Thank you for visiting us, I appreciate. We are having a talk about dungeons. And dragons. Apparently. But what I was saying.
Yeah.
Is that the tavern was on the river, so I had a lot of fish dishes. Some alcohol, some weed stuff, like it was very much old fantasy dishes.
Oh, I see.
I actually referenced the European cuisine of like 15th century.
Damn, okay.
In order to get this menu done. Because I figured it would be a good reference point. It was really fun thinking about these things.
I bet.
I don't think about everything, of course.
I mean, that would be a little hard, to be
But
honest.
I'd like to have
Well, maybe
some.
not even a little.
Stuff. Yes, it would be too hard. Even with little amount of details, I had like 70 pages of Google Doc. Of just lore.
Holy
And
shit.
details and notes.
And as a dungeon master, you have to, like,
It was
remember
wild.
all those things?
Well, of course, I had my handy cheat sheet. But yes. It was fun. Far too much information, though, far too much. Because most of it was never used.
No.
Well, it's good to have it. It doesn't